attorney for the asset acceptance. What I'd like to do, Mr. Beach, is I'd like to put you in a room with Mr. Neal for you guys to talk a minute. This original debt was $1,709. That was the judgment back in 2008. Mr. Neal can tell you more about what he's been through in the last 10 years, but he's been in a homeless shelter and he's been in dire straits financially, trying to get custody of one of his kids, who he does have custody now. And I think part of the objection that he was making was that the monies in his bank account were exempt from garnishment because he was getting subsidy payments or government assistance, and that the monies would be exempt. All I'm asking, Mr. Beach, is for you to talk to Mr. Neal separately, just to see if you guys can work out some agreement or resolve this without me being the heavy. But I'll talk to both of you when you come back. I'm just going to put you in a separate meeting room. Now, I had some audio problem with Mr. Neal's equipment.
Yeah, I could hear that, Your Honor. I'm hoping that I don't have the same issues, because I couldn't hardly hear anything when he was on the line.
So I don't know if that's going to happen. Otherwise, if it doesn't work that way, I'll get Mr. Neal's telephone number and I'll call him directly. But right now, Mr. Beach, we're going to put you in a separate chat room with Mr. Neal. And Mr. Neal, you're listening to everything I'm saying. Thumbs up. Yes. So just try this to talk with him. That's the attorney. His last name is Beach, for the plaintiff that's trying to get the money from you. You guys talk a minute, see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll do a three-way call, but just try for a minute. Okay, Mr. Beach?
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Neal, I'll be back with you. I'll still be back with you after you guys talk. Okay. Okay, thank you. Mr. Mugabe? Mr. Mugabe, can you hear me? You got to unmute yourself. You see this? Yeah. I don't have that name on any of mine, do you? Now we hear you. Now we hear you, Mr. Mugabe.
Yes.
Now we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
That's not a problem. I was holding up a sign so you could see what I was trying to tell you. Is your last name Mugabe?
Yes, but I am not the defendant. I am with the one who had the case.
Okay. So who's the person that has the case?
The person is Divine Nirajuru.
How do you spell the last name?
Nirajuru. Nirajuru.
Okay. This is what I need to tell you. The case is a criminal case, And the paperwork that you have
Yes.
helps you to zoom in to the pre-trial conference,
Yes.
and you're in the wrong room right now. So if I can give you the number
Okay.
to zoom in with the prosecutor,
Okay.
that's the number you're supposed to zoom in on.
Okay. Actually, they give me the meeting ID, and that was the one I put
Okay.
in.
Yep, and that's with the judge. But
Okay.
first you're going to talk to the prosecutor.
Yes,
His
I knew that.
name is Felix
Mm-hmm.
Tarango with a T. Tarango. Tarango. And that
Okay.
meeting ID number is as follows. Do you have a
Okay.
pen?
Yes, go ahead.
245
Uh-huh.
899
Uh-huh.
6670.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same password that you just used to zoom into ours. Don't say it right now because we're live. But it's the same password you used to get into me. So try that new number. And if you have trouble, you can come back to us.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for